So the SL7 is the one bike to rule them all. No longer do you have to choose between the tarmac and the ride characteristics and the handling versus Avenge and the pure aerodynamics and the performance attributes that bike would bring. Now you've got both bikes in the new Tarmac SL7. So this is a Tarmac, but this is a Tarmac that replaces two bikes within our category. So replacing the SL6 from last year, but also replacing the Venge. So you can see there are some characteristic lines that you'll be familiar with from the Venge, and it's got that aerodynamic edge from the Venge, but it also has the ride quality, and this is the key thing that we wanted to keep and our athletes wanted to keep from the Tarmac. We haven't just put two bikes together, called it one name, and not embraced both riding characteristics. The point of this bike is that racing is only getting harder. Stages are getting faster, there's more elevation than ever, and our athletes had a lucky perspective in as much they had two bikes to choose from. They could choose to ride a Tarmac, they could choose to ride a Venge, depending on their riding style and depending on what the stage threw at them. But we realised that that choice was really a compromise. And that compromise was really something that our development team weren't happy about. They didn't want that athlete to have to choose. The SL7 is existing above the SL6 platform that we've been familiar with. So we have the SL6 at sport and comp level, and then we go into the SL7 range, and the SL7 is at expert, at pro, and at S-Works, obviously. This is the cutting edge of the development. This is an 800 gram frame, or a borderline 6.7 kilo bike, but the 10R frame, which is what's on the pro bike and what's on the expert bike, that frame is about 920, so you give away about 120 grams in frame weight when you go from the S-Works down to the pro level. But you get the same riding characteristics, and that's the key thing. All the bikes are built in the same way, as in they all take full internal cable routing. You'll see that there's a new stem, a Tarmac stem, which allows you to have integrated cabling, whether it's electronic or whether it's mechanical. So you can route this to look exactly like that with mechanical. The S-Works stem obviously is a bit lighter. It's actually 50 grams lighter than the old Avenge stem. There are different top caps, and these allow you to run different stacks, but they allow you to run mechanical shifting or electronic shifting as you choose. You just swap them out. There is a new seat post that houses the junction box for the battery for Di2. Obviously, if you're running Access, you don't have a junction box. But if you are running the Shimano electronic, the junction box is positioned right up here, so it's really easy to charge. If you are running the one by, the front derailleur obviously is removable, and there's a blanking plate there. It's quite a nice, neat little finishing plate that goes there. And in addition to that, obviously stems are available different lengths, different rises. Seat posts are available as in with a 20mm layback or inline. And alongside that, tyre clearance. The bikes come spec'd with a 700 by 26, but there is clearance depending on what wheels you run to go up to a 700 by 32, and that's with about 4mm clearance around. Also on the Pro bike and the S-Works bike, you are going to see for the first time the new Roval Rapide CL or CLX, depending on the level you're looking at. These are completely new rim profiles. You'll see that the front to back is very different in height and also in profile. This front is huge, it's wider than the tyre itself when you've got a 700 by 26, and that increases the quality of the ride from a handling perspective and also the aerodynamics. Obviously with these wheels in particular, we are still weight conscious, so you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting, a 1500 gram thereabouts wheel set that is built for fast, speed, but light enough to climb with. No longer do you have to choose between the Tarmac and the ride characteristics and the handling versus Avenge and the pure aerodynamics and the performance attributes that bike would bring. Now you've got both bikes in the new Tarmac SL7.